You want to get into who would win?
I do.
I can see in your eyes. You
That's
got that
where
who
I
would
was
win.
going.
You got that who would win
That's where I was
look on
going.
you. I'm excited for this who would win.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it. I know you don't like doing
Well, I just know my
quizzards.
answer, and
Well, I know my
it's
answer.
right.
No,
and
it's
yours
not.
Is wrong.
The who would win of the week this week is Fred and George Weasley, the Weasley twins, versus the Twitches. It's Twitches, baby. It's
Andy.
Twitches all the way. Fred and George, God bless them. I love them. They're causing mischief all over the place. Here's the other thing, brother. I'll tell you this right now for free. So the Weasleys, the Weasley twins, they were raised with magic. The Twitches, they get thrown right into that world, and they immediately take on the darkness, the big bad, and come out on top with practically no training because they're naturals.
Anybody could take out the darkness.
No, Matthew, the darkness took over the land for like 200 plus years.
Want to know how you take out the darkness? Fucking flip the light switch, baby.
But it's there's more to it than that. First, it's a power of friendship. It's a power of believing in yourself, and all that stuff. And
the power of being a fucking loser.
Don't you ever say that about the
thing.
Twitches. You can say that about just about anyone else, but not the Twitches,
Andy.
Matthew. Not the Twitches.
Fred and George Weasley are so underrated.
They're not underrated.
Yes, they are.
Everybody knows they're great.
Whose turn? Is this your turn or my turn?
Okay, how many times? Yeah, it beats me. I'm getting screwed up because you're interrupting me the whole time.
Yeah, because you have horrible points.
I don't have a horrible point. I'm looking up Twitches.
Andy.
Go ahead.
Fred and George Weasley, because they don't finish school, and they didn't do well on their owls, this, that, the other thing, they debunked the entire wizard community. They said, we don't need to know all your hoo-has and fligamawats.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay?
Thanks for getting the verbiage correct.
What we need to do is wreak havoc on the world. And how are we going to do that with magic? Andy, it is way harder to wreak havoc with magic than it is anything else, because they'll just use magic to figure out how you're wreaking havoc. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fred and George Weasley opened a whole shop around making that impossible. They first of all, and again, I did just read Order of the Phoenix, but case in point, Umbridge. Dolores fucking Umbridge. The worst human in the world. The only real wizard that the Twitches could actually defeat would probably be Dolores Umbridge, because she is just so bad at everything.
What are you talking about?
Dude, Neville Longbottom, he's steaming the Twitches.
Okay, but Neville is also really good. And Neville on his own couldn't beat the Twitches, but don't use Neville as an example of a bad wizard, because he's not.
We're talking early book Neville.
Okay,
I'm talking year one Neville.
A child, an 11-year-old.
Year one Neville could beat the Twitches.
That's nuts.
Andy.
That's nuts.
They're off-brand Narnia.
What are you talking about,
Because they walk
dude?
through their closet and they end up in a castle.
That might be right.
It is right.
I don't know about that, because I think you're thinking of that other show.
No, because the one is poor.
That's
and
true.
Goes
And
to the
one is
rich one's house with the big closet.
That's another thing that's going for the Twitches, though, Matthew, is that they don't even know they're twins. They don't even know they're twin witches until they have to.
Fred
and then
George
they
has
come
spent their
together
whole
and their
life
bond
together.
is. And exactly.
Okay,
they
guess
spent
what?
their whole
Can the
lives
Twitches-
together, and they don't achieve as much as the Twitches do within
They don't
3
achieve
days?
as much.
They defeat the darkness. The Twitches defeat the darkness, Matthew.
Look, you're at
George gets his ear blown off, and Fred gets killed by a Death Eater. Not even Voldemort. No offense, but he's not even going up against a big bad, and he gets squashed. The Twitches, they go up against the big bad, and they come out on top with zero training.
Fred and George do so. The darkness is a joke.
Fred and George.
The darkness is a legit joke, Andy.
Obviously,
a joke.
Obviously not, Matthew, because he takes over the entire realm.
That realm is a joke.
You're nuts, man. That's a magical realm.
It's a joke of a magical realm.
No, it's not, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Calabar would frickin' take over.
That's just insulting. You know who would have a tough time against Calabar? Fred George.
Dude.
Fred George.
Because
they've never gone up.
Dude.
They've never gone up against the big
close.
bad before. Matthew.
Not even
they're
close.
Always,
the Twitches are not the big
Matthew,
bad.
I know that, but they defeat the big bad.
The darkness is not the big
bad.
The
darkness is the big
Who do you
bad,
think
Matthew.
wins in a fight? The darkness or Lord Voldemort?
Gotta be Voldemort, I'm saying. But Fred and George don't even go up against Voldemort.
I know.
The darkness,
that's not what I'm saying,
Voldemort
though.
beats the darkness, but I'm not saying Voldemort beats the Twitches.
The darkness doesn't even kill people.
The darkness absorbs their life force or some shit like that. See, he tries to kill the newborn. He tries to kill the newborn Twitches.
He couldn't even kill 2 babies.
Voldemort couldn't kill one fucking baby, man. Harry Potter. Why would you even bring that up as an example? That's a terrible example.
The Twitches are not. First of all, the Twitches are shit at magic. Let's just call a spade.
What are you nuts?
What spells can the Twitches do?
Matthew,
What spells can the Twitches do?
We've had this kind of discussion before when we were talking about the Hocus Pocus witches versus the Cromwell witches and like that type of magic. The Twitches' magic is a lot more intuitive to the user, which also benefits them going up against Friend George, where it's a little more. You got to put a little more effort.
I don't know how you could sit here and look in my face and say that the Twitches are more powerful than Friend George.
Okay, I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how just like this, and don't interrupt me. I'll tell you exactly how just like this. The Twitches did not grow up with magic. They find out that they have magical abilities. They find out that they're twins.
I'm just saying, you just debunked your point.
Okay, what did I remember when I said?
Because you just said their
me?
magic is intuitive, like it's not like the other magic. So it doesn't fucking matter if they grew up not knowing they could do it. If they have such fucking strong intuition,
their magic is
then of
more
course
intuitive.
They're just gonna
their magic is more intuitive. No, but that's what makes them such great, witches, magical beings. And the Twitches go up. Why are you being so rude right now? Okay, we're trying to have a real debate here. I'm trying to present to you my points, and you're making a fart noise. Now, as a rebuttal, it's not the worst you've ever had, but I'm still trying to talk about the Twitches right now. And the fact is that the Twitches go to a brand new realm that is pretty much strange to them. They were born in it, but they haven't seen it since they were 3 months old. They go into this realm. They don't even know that they're magic users until they get in there, start using their magic. They don't even know they're twins, Matthew. And they defeat the darkness. Friend George, grown up with magic their whole lives, known each other their whole lives. They're geniuses. Friend George are geniuses, but they don't have the magical abilities that the Twitches have. And the Twitches are going to kick their butts every time. Twitches don't even need the wands either, right? That's another benefit to Twitches. Friend George, boom, you got to have a wand. If you're a Harry Potter wizard, you have to have a wand to direct your magic. The Twitches don't need that. Friend George, again, George gets his ear shut off. Fred gets killed. They don't even get killed by Voldemort.
Shut up.
They get killed by supporting bad guys. No, because I did not yield. I did not yield my time. I did not yield my time on the floor, Senator.
Yield. All right.
You can't do that. I'm filibustering for the Twitches. I'm just going to be reading green eggs and ham.
How do the
Sam
Twitches...
I am.
Tell me something.
Could you eat them with a box? Could you eat them in a box?
Tell me something.
I have not yielded my time.
Tell me something. How do the Twitches defeat the darkness?
With the power of love.
That's it? No, they
use their fucking magic, dude. They fucking zap shit. They use their fucking magic.
Do they zap shit?
Yeah, they zap all boom, boom, bang.
Do they know defensive spells?
Yeah. Boom. That's one right there.
They're not trained in the dark arts.
No, they're not. They're not trained in defense against the dark arts, is what you're trying to say?
Either or.
No, I'm helping you. Why? I should just let you talk. You know what?
No,
I shouldn't interrupt you.
That's a stupid take. What you just said is a stupid take because I do agree that they can't defend the dark arts, but they also, they can't attack either.
Of course they can.
How? They got
Bang! Boom!
You're making shit up.
Swoop!
They do not do that. That does not happen in the movie.
Look at... Hold on.
Andy.
Look at this. Look at their magic fingers. Oh, you can buy Twitches.
Dude.
On DVD and Blu-ray.
Get the fuck out of here with Twitches.
Matthew, don't disrespect Twitches.
I'm not disrespecting the film.
Okay.
But I'm disrespecting their ability to do magic. And that's it. I'm taking Fred and George. I'm done.
I'm taking Twitches. I'm done. I'm locking in the Twitches.
I'll tell you right now.
Twitches gang for life. T and Tamara. Don't you ever bet against T and Tamara.
If Twitches wins the Instagram pool, this will be my last Two in the Cooler episode of L-Time. And I stand by that.
They might win.
Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. If you would ever like to hear this podcast again, make the right decision.
Okay, you can't blackmail people
I'm
into
not.
voting for Friend George. Yes, you are. You're saying to the people who like listening to this podcast that if you want more, you have to vote a certain way. That's blackmail. I'm
No.
saying even
No,
if you vote for
that's
Friend
not what
George,
I said they have to vote correctly.
Emily, read that back, please.
I said they have to vote correctly.
Blackmail. That's
It's up
blackmail.
to them to determine what's correct.
This is blackmail talk, Matthew.
But
You're
there's a
using
right
blackmail
answer.
terminology here.
There's a right answer.
And the right answer is Twitches. And I think that people will realize that.
I'm
in
gonna
their hearts.
require identification checks for people to be able to vote.
That's
in this,
just messed up. That's just messed
in
up.
this
You're
pool.
trying to fucking put some Jim Crow ass shit into our who would win polls, and I'm not here for it. I think the vote should be for the people. In fact, if you want to mail in for Twitches, it's weird because all the mail-in votes are for Twitches. I don't know how that happened, but most of the mail-ins that we're getting happen to be for Twitches.
I'm gonna have to get the Instagram law. There's gonna be 150 fake Instagram accounts that vote for fucking Twitches.